Hi, my name is Margaret Gammie, and I'm a social studies teacher at Haddonfield Memorial High School. I was able to use the HET grant to bring in a virtual guest speaker for all of the Global Issues students. We had over 200 students attend a virtual guest speaker event with a man named Mr. Paul Doherty, who lives in Derry, Northern Ireland. We study Northern Ireland and global issues for about a month, and Mr. Doherty has firsthand experience with the troubles there because his father was killed on January 30th, 1972 during an event known as Bloody Sunday. His father was a peaceful protester protesting for Catholic civil rights in the city when he was killed by British paratroopers. And initially, the British government tried to cover this up by saying that Mr. Doherty had been a terrorist. Paul was a child at the time when his father was killed, and he's devoted his life to trying to clear his father's name, and along with other survivors and families, was able to get the British Prime Minister to formally apologize in 2010. Mr. Doherty spoke to our students about his experiences and his fight for justice for his father, and he also talked about what it was like to grow up during the Troubles, and basically gave our students a firsthand experience with history and with a global culture that they would not have been able to experience otherwise. This also wound up being a great experience because I was able to present a professional development session to my colleagues in February about the logistics of doing a virtual guest speaker. So this has been a valuable experience for us in multiple ways. I wanted to wrap up by sharing some student testimonials about what this session meant to them, and especially what it meant to them to be able to engage in a Q&A session and ask Mr. Doherty some questions themselves. One student said, "The information that Paul gave us about Bloody Sunday and the Troubles truly helped her to understand the history better. Giving the class the opinion of Mr. Doherty's opinion about the apology helped her to understand the perspectives other people might have." Another student said, "I never knew much about Ireland's history, and it's very important to learn about other countries as well as my own. I hope to visit Ireland someday and go on Paul's tour." And finally, a student said, "Your talk, Mr. Doherty's talk, helped us to understand what life was like for people during the Troubles. It was a very unique experience to be able to hear about a topic from an expert." And that's exactly what we were hoping to do, was just provide students with a first-hand connection to history that they wouldn't otherwise have. And I and the other global issues teachers are very grateful that the HET grant made this experience possible for our freshmen.